Well, within hours of that verdict, President Trump's campaign seeing renewed support as top Wall Street and business executives doubled down in their support of Trump's 2024 run for re-election. They also got a big inpouring from individual donors as well. Yahoo Finance senior columnist Rick Newman is here, but let's talk about the big donors for a moment, because they certainly didn't seem dissuaded. There was a lot of outspokenness on social media, for example, in support of the former president.
Yeah, and we're talking about guys like Elon Musk, Steve Schwarzman, Bill Ackman, some other billionaires. I mean, everybody who's sick of self-important billionaires, please raise your hand. I mean, I certainly am. Let's go back to basics here. One of these guys said this was a kangaroo court. This was actually a jury trial. This is the foundation of the American legal system, is a jury trial. So you don't respect the validity of jury trials. I think that's completely hypocritical. I mean, here's why. Everybody in finance knows that the United States is the world's premier destination for capital, in part because it has a rigorous and transparent legal system. Contracts matter. Everybody knows what the rules are. Everybody plays by the same rules. And guess what? That's why one of the reasons people get rich here in America. It's not Russia, okay? It's not just elites who are buddies with the president, okay? All these guys have benefited from a terrific, superb, foundational legal system here in the United States. And then to come out and say, oh, this jury trial is a joke, it's a scam, it's a sham, to repeat this garbage that Trump is saying. If something went wrong in this trial, it is going to go to appeal. The appeals court will rule appropriately, and it will say, okay, there was a problem. Probably they won't. Probably the jury is going to stand. So, I mean, if I had any of these guys here, I would say, okay, what other parts of the legal system U.S. legal system do you object to? You don't object to a jury trial by jury. What else don't you like?
Well, we should note, though, Rick, it is not just billionaires who came out, right? I mean, it was Bill Ackman and David Sachs, Elon Musk. But listen, what did you make of Trump announcing $35 million haul after that verdict? And he said, and the campaign saying 30% were new donors. That's a lot of people. So
Trump's persecution complex is a familiar phenomenon by now. I mean, it's still very peculiar. I mean,
but it doesn't change the fact that persecution. That's a $35 million and 30% are a new haul. I'm trying to get the point. It's not. We can talk about Musk but that's not really what determines it. It's really that's a lot of folks.
People identify with Trump's persecution complex,
or do they identify with his policies?
I don't think it has anything to do with Trump's policies. I don't think it has. I don't think people even know. I don't think a lot of these people even know Trump's policies. They don't know Biden's policies either. I mean, Biden has done a lot of things that actually help people. I mean, he's done affordable housing. He's done all kinds of aid. He did the last round of stimulus checks. A lot of things. People don't give Biden any credit for that. Biden's green energy is helping Republican states and districts more than Democratic ones. Nobody knows or cares. There's something that nobody has really completely figured out yet, but it goes all the way back to 2016. Make America Great Again, American Carnage, China's eating your lunch, all this stuff. I mean, there are just a lot of people who like this victimology rhetoric.
Or do they feel that they were just better off when Trump was president?
I mean, that's part of what's going on, and it is actually true that gas prices, even adjusted for inflation, were lower when Trump was president, not for anything Trump did. I mean, that's just global supply and demand. But, I mean, this is the phenomenon of Trump, which is that he gets people to identify with him who feel the system has not worked for them, the system has screwed them over, they've been ripped off, that the system is rigged against them, and that's Trump's base right there. They're not necessarily, people say white working class, lower income working class, low information voters, AKA stupid people. They're not all. I mean, but there are a lot of people who are relatively successful who still feel the system is rigged against them for a whole variety of reasons. And Trump somehow figured out a way how to unify all of those people.
To Josh's point, it doesn't matter how smart or stupid you are. You know, if your dollar doesn't go as far now as it did.
And I don't know. I think it's. I mean, really, Rick, you really think all these Republicans are just saying, you know, it's rigged? Are they saying that, or are they thinking, you know what? I just believe in low taxes, less regulation. I think it's better for the economy. I think it's better for me, my company, and the country.
It's not as simple as you want it to be. I'm sorry, but.
I think you're making it simple, though.
This is not just Republicans. I mean, you're actually describing old traditional conservative Republicans, which is not the Trump base. I mean, Trump has pulled people out who never really were Republicans.
Well, I think the Republican Party has fundamentally changed. I take your point.
The black magic that he has that other Republicans before him don't have, and really no other Republicans have, is this appeal to aggrieved people. That is the thing that makes Trump Trump. And I can't explain it. I just know it's a thing, and I know that explains why the money comes pouring in every time something bad happens.
I think you're saying
to
aggrieved.
Trump.
I think a lot of Trump supporters would say they just don't like the direction the country is going. I don't think those are the same thing.
The thing that gets Trump over the top is the aggrieved voter. His coalition is bigger than that. I mean, he had evangelicals in 2016 and 2020, for example. I'm going
to wrap here, but honestly, this is like a constant mantra here.
It's all
anger, but somehow there's never any mention of the anger on the other side. The other side's like dancing bears and rainbows.
So what people don't know is the producers are telling us to rap, and you can't stop. So we're going to make a whole show out of this.
I would love to. Podcast.
I'll see you guys. You can just go.
We can go with this.
All right. We got to wrap. I'll wrap since they won't. We'll be right back here. We're just getting started on market domination.